But I want to start tonight with a controversial story that was developing, has been developing over the last few hours. The demolishing of some properties on the premises of the Ghana Trade Fair Company. One of those properties affected belonged to a man who used to belong to the fraternity, a former investigative journalist and editor of the Enquirer newspaper, Mr. Raymond Archer, who thankfully joins us on the line right now. Mr. Archer, thank you for your time here on PM Express.
Thank you a lot for having me.
Great. So we know what happened today, and let's have our viewers watch the footage also of the demolishing of your property today. Government has issued a statement. I don't know if you've seen a copy of that statement.
Yeah, someone forwarded a copy to me, so I've just literally glanced through.
Okay. Part of that statement says that that they have given ample notice before the demolition, and I'm quoting a part of it that says that what has been in the way of the redevelopment are a number of structures on site occupied by a number of businesses whose agreement had long expired. And it claims also that the Trade Fair Company had informed all the tenants about the redevelopment project and gave them the mandatory 6-month notice on July 10th, 2018 to vacate the site by 31st December of the same year. What's your reaction to this?
You know, my reaction is what I've always had. And I always said that, you know, if the Trade Fair chief executive, the new one, had come with an open mind, a lot of these things she's saying, she wouldn't have said it. You know, Evans, they keep talking about 2018 and 2017 and 2019. I'm telling Trade Fair that I went to the Trade Fair in 2010. At the time I built my factory, there was nothing like we're going to redevelop the Trade Fair. In any case, the word redevelopment means that there's already development at the Trade Fair. When during the NDC, they did the international tender, the word was, don't use the word development because development means there's nothing on site. Redevelopment means that there are other investments on the site. So to say that they wrote to us, yes, they did write to us. I was there when I received the letter from the chief executive. I was shocked to the bone. So I wrote back to her and said, ma'am, first of all, if you will be kind enough to come to my factory, you will realize that it is what you're saying is humanly impossible. I have equipment that I have installed over 10 years. And if you will come here and see the kind of equipment we're talking about, you will notice that, one, we cannot even remove those equipment within a month. First of all, I bought the equipment from 5 different countries: India, China, UK, and the US. I need to, first of all, book the engineers. When they are free and it's your turn, they will come down here. If you're not lucky, they will come with a team to do an assessment and go back and prepare and come back for on installation. After that, they have to, and on installation can take you like 2 months. After that, they have to go back to a new site to reinstall the machine. So if you send me a letter and say, I want you to leave here by in 20 days, it's humanly impossible. That is one. But I'm sure that you are having this misconception because you haven't come to the factory and you don't see what we are doing there. So please come and have a look. She said she was not interested in that. She wasn't going to come. So they kept writing those letters, and at some point I said, look, you know what? The best thing is to settle this issue in court. So after those letters came, after we asked her to come and she wouldn't come, we decided to proceed to the court. When we went to the court, whilst we were there, they kept writing those threatening letters. And they kept bringing bulldozers. They're threatening to bulldoze factories. So we got the court to give us an injunction. On November 27th, we went to court. In April, the court granted the injunction, waiting for the substantive until the substantive case ruling was given. The injunction was supposed to stand. Trade Fair was served. In fact, even their lawyer was served with the injunction. They had no defense to it. So they decided to come and contest the main case rather than fight the injunction. 1 year later, they come back on Wednesday to say that, oh, now we want to fight the injunction. I remember the reaction of the members of the bench. They were like, how do you accept an injunction and after 1 year, you come back that now you have something in mind about the injunction you want to contest? What was the issue? One was that government has brought foreign investors to come and invest here, and our continuous being in court was causing financial loss to the state. Second was that we were obstructing government's projects by seeking justice before the court. And for some strange reason, the judge removed the injunction on Wednesday. Our lawyer made the case to him that what he was doing was a death sentence to the factory, because even while the injunction was pending, the trade fair brought bulldozers, road that was constructed, 4 public roads, access roads that was constructed by the U.S. government. The trade fair brought bulldozers and excavators to excavate across the road so that I couldn't have the chance to even transport raw material to the site. So that our lawyer told the judge, even with your injunction, look at what they are doing. If you remove this injunction, they will go and destroy it. Forget the fact that this case that they are saying, they have not even brought any evidence to you to show that what they are saying is even true. The judge did that. Our lawyer got furious, filed the case and appealed the next day, served the trade fair. I remember when the bailiff went to the trade fair, the chief executive was hiding in there. The secretary took the service to her, and she asked the secretary that she should accept it. Then our lawyers went back on Friday to serve her the stay of execution. The lady now went back and came in and said, well, the chief executive doesn't want to accept it. The bailiff told her that, listen, this is not like a game. This is where you work. I've come here, you have been served, you've gone in there, you've come back, I'm serving you. If you don't want to accept the service, say so. So then she accepted the service. Sunday midnight, they take armed police people, over almost 40 of them, armed to the teeth with national security commanders, commanding them that they should pull down the factory. With all the equipment and everything in it, they just pulled everything down on the machine, all the raw materials, all the jobs that we have done that needs to be delivered. Every little thing in the factory, they just use machines to put them down. We bought machines last year that is still under installation. They use the excavator to destroy the control unit. When they finished and they were going, the commander asked them to go back and destroy it even more. And I was standing right there.
And in a statement they issued today, and this is about the court processes, they say, contrary to what is being speculated, the Ghana Trade Fair Company was never served any notice of any further injunction granted by any court. Had we been served, we would surely have respected it as we did previously. Is this accurate?
Evan, you know, our court is a court of record. This is not like something that you can go and not serve somebody and say, I served him. It's a court of record. When you are served, you sign for it. The trade fair indeed signed for it. This is not something that a court can concoct. Today, I was talking to a lawyer. He said, granted that they even didn't want to respect the same court whose processes they are using to commit this atrocity. Granted that, if you go to court and you get judgment, and you want to go and execute the judgment, there's a time lapse within which you have to do that. And I understand it's about a week. Even that, you have to go back to the court for an order of execution. All of this, just because they received the appeal and the stay of execution on Thursday and Friday, they decided not to wait for any processes and go on Sunday midnight to go and destroy it. So that after all, and the reason is that when they were not seeing their case clear in the substantive case, as we speak now, the substantive case is still there. As we speak now, the only thing they removed last Wednesday, which we appealed, was the injunction against them until the substantive case is heard by the court.
And also, another thing the statement says is that since the 31st December 2018, therefore, none of the businesses on site had any valid tenancy agreement with the Ghana Trade Fair Company. Did you have a valid tenancy agreement with them?
So this is what happened. Whilst we disagreed with her position, first of all, Evans, like I'm telling you today, I'm surprised that now they didn't include that in their statement. They released some statements to some other media houses saying that in 2012, they told us that we shouldn't build permanent structures. We will not get compensation. They could take them.
Yeah,
and I told them that
they said that in this statement too.
Those letters are dated 2012, 2014. I was there 2010. Why are they not responding to 2010? Because I built my factory 2010. It was when I was doing the extension, and they now realized that they were going to do redevelopment. Then they started coming with those clauses. And I remember writing to them. I said, I can't come and do a factory here, and then I will produce here and go and finish in Latedi Okoshi. How is that possible? So I told them that that position was wrong. And guess what? They kept collecting rent from this. The same thing that they have a problem with. They kept collecting rent from it until this woman came and said, we should leave. If we don't leave, he was not going to renew the rent. And we said, you can't do that. This is a country of laws. That is why we went to court.
Finally, so what happens now?
So, Evans, I've gone there. They have just destroyed everything. I've gone to seek legal advice from our lawyer. They say that there are so many other processes and so many other legal. We are citizens, you know, and I really do not intend to be fighting government. We are citizens doing honest work. Evans, I have 120 workers I have to pay, plus 25 expatriates from 3 countries that work here. Out of 49 countries, we were the only ones chosen to be able to produce packaging for Diageo. So we produce the Johnny Walker Black Label, Red Label, those luxury boxes, out of 49 countries. In this country, 99% of all pharmaceutical packaging comes from India. For the first time in Ghana, we are producing pharmaceutical packaging in Ghana. I am a Ghanaian. I've occupied the same space for 10 years. You say you are bringing investment, foreign investment, to occupy the same space I have. What did I tell Trade Fair? I said, okay, you have a redevelopment plan. If whatever plan that you have in this area, give it to me. I am here already. Let me build this place the same way you want to redevelop the place. They said, no, we don't want you here. We want you to leave this land so that we give it to a foreign investor to come and invest here. So take your factory and we will not pay you any compensation. Just go. So we told them, if you do not want us to be part of the redevelopment, then pay us compensation so we will deal with all these relocation issues. No, we are not interested. You just get out of here. We are bringing somebody to invest in the same space that you have occupied for the past 10 years. We've invested $10 million in that factory. What is it that they are going to invest there within that space? That will be better than the per square meter usage that we are giving the trade fair over there. And we did not rent. I see what they are saying. We did not rent trade fair's properties. We built it ourselves. So we paid them ground rent. And the building was constructed with the taxing support and supervision of the trade fair.
Well,
they've been collecting rent since we did that. So if for any reason you've decided that you want to redevelop the place, you want to evict me, destroy the factory, so that you will bring another business to come and occupy the same space. Evans, did we go or did we come as a people?
I'm grateful that you could join us. That's Raymond Archer there, reacting to the statement the government had issued tonight on that particular matter. I'm pretty certain we haven't had the last of this particular matter, as it just happened today. We'll keep an eye on that and as it unfolds.